Hi, Gayathri. Many congratulations for making your first $12,000 happen. In Indian currency, it literally comes out to be close to 11.5 lakhs. And that's a great achievement, especially in the domain of parenting, life coaching, the way you are doing it. It's like $3,000 for 12 sessions. This is like a dream figure for a lot of coaches in India, and it's like you just started and you started with high ticket, and it's like your initial for 5 6 closings and you've hit a certain number already. So Gayatri, there'll be a quick few questions just so that others can be encouraged by their your journey and they can take some inspiration from you and your journey. So Gayatri, tell us, what were your biggest problems before you really stepped into the business coaching journey?
Bina, the biggest problems was I didn't even know that high ticket packaging can be done in parenting. So that was like I was not even aware. Though I have been in parenting space from almost 8 years now, I used to do workshops, I used to do one-on-one sessions. Like I was not even aware how to package my programs. So when you taught us about the high ticket program, that is the first time I heard about it. So I worked on my high ticket program. And earlier, though I have been in parenting space, I was doing one-on-ones or maximum like, 2, 3 sessions as a package.
Mm.
And I used to do workshops. When I moved to the US and I reached out to you, that's when I was aware of these high ticket, idea, and I worked on my offer.
Wow. So it's basically that once you understood how to really package it into a high ticket
Yeah,
program per se, that's when something started to shift, right? So that's
correct.
a very big problem that a lot of coaches are facing, and they don't know how to package their whole system. So, is was there anything that used to frustrate you back then, Gayatri? Like confusion, you don't know how to move forward. Like you are always like you have been a very talented person. You're truly a giver for people. But then, there are those moments where we feel, oh my God, why is it not working? So did you have any such moment back then?
Of course, Beena, like, see, 8 years into parenting part of it. But when I became a certified parent coach was 5 years ago with NLP and life coaching and parenting and all that. But the frustration was, I don't know what next. Okay, certification I have done. I am getting experience. I built a community of parents very organically. They are happy with my content. They are happy with my suggestions. They are happy with my approach. But what next? I didn't know what to do. So here and there, I used to do speaking sessions, school parenting awareness sessions, but nothing was happening in a structured way. It was more like it's coming, I'll pick it up. But it was not like, okay, this month I will do this, next month I will do this. And like, third month I will start promoting, fourth month I will have clients, fifth month I have more clients in the pipeline. That framework or the structure was not there. That happened only after I joined you.
Perfect. So what shifted once fast forward now, making these first $12,000 happen? So what shifted? Like if you can really put together in three main points, that what really shifted within you as a person that made you believe it is possible? Because firstly, it all starts from within. And then it actually happened. Like I remember the first time you closed your high ticket client, and then the journey continues, so on and so
Yeah.
forth. So, what were those three major bulb on moments that made that shift happen within you?
So made that shift happen was when you told me a high ticket program and you told me you can do it. That was the first time I heard, okay, somebody is trusting me and giving me the structure. There were people who say, oh, you are very good with your parenting, but there was no structure to it. It was more like a compliment and done, right? You gave that structure and you gave me the confidence and you hand held me till I made the offer. Right, when I shared the offer, you told me like, these are the changes. Then I presented the offer to somebody, and when they accepted, then again I came back to you. You said, what went right, what could have gone better. Though I closed the deal, but there is always a chance to become better. So I got better with the sales scripts and all that. But what I really was like, when I bounced off, like, I will personalize the offer for each and every family, because parenting is not one size fits
Mm.
all. What works for my first one may not work for my younger one. There has to be slight changes, though the
Changes.
skeleton is the same, but
Yes.
the frameworks and, like, what one family needs to another family needs may be different. One child's nervous system to another child's nervous system is different. So that is where I think I made the difference.
Wow. Beautiful. And how did you feel when you closed your first high ticket client? Like, I remember your
I didn't
tonality
believe.
still.
I didn't believe. She paid me, yet I was like, can this happen? वो जो self doubt होता है ना, वो था, will this happen? So that was always there. But the more I was working, and, like, when I delivered my first session with her, so I was feeling like, very, 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 very confident. See, every time I took a parenting session back in India, when I was in India just a year ago, I used to feel very confident. But when it is a program like this, where you're holding the family for 3 months, you see a huge transition. Right? One session, yes, they will feel good and they will implement and done, right? But when you're hand holding them for 3 months, where you're touch basing with them on a daily basis, understanding more about the family, and then working on it gives a lot of satisfaction. And in this whole journey, what I felt was, yes, money is good, but the satisfaction is what is giving me that immense energy to work the next day.
Wow. And that is what makes you stand out as a coach. This is in the center of everything is the service, the intention, and thereafter everything starts to fall in place. Wonderful, Gayatri. So, what is your message to those people who are struggling, maybe who are at the verge thinking, oh, whether should we join Bina or not? Can we trust this person or not? So, what will you be suggesting to them?
So, one, everybody has their day, right? I closed, and last 20-25 days, I didn't even close one single client.
Mm.
So I again was like, self-doubting. When I reached out to you, I said, will happen. Keep, like, working on your lead generation, working on your content, guidance, right? That really helped. And I closed 2 clients this morning.
Yes.
But
Wonderful.
those who are thinking or on the wall, don't think. Just go join. Have that trust, because a lot of times we do a lot of, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 year step, step, right? It sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes you just have to go with the flow. And I think that's what I did with you. I didn't
Yes.
really think much when I approached you, but of course I came through a reference, so I already built that trust. But after I joined the program, I would tell everyone this is the best experience that I have gone through, and that is the best investment I made for myself.
Yeah, so we are already at 5x now, 6x now. And I wish 100x. And not just that, I wish you touch upon millions of lives, Gayatri. And
Thank you,
you are
Veena.
that person the world needs. Uh,
Thank you,
you know,
Veena. And to all your audience or whoever is saying, trust yourself and trust your mentor. Mentor is always needed for to uncover our own blind spots.
Beautiful.
That is what you did for me, Veena.
Thank you so much, Gayatri. That's your love, that's your affection, and that's your grace that you carry
And what
always.
I learned from you and your community is that there is no clock. And that is what I give to my clients. And I tell them, you leave a message. Don't worry if it's midnight or anytime. As soon as possible, I will check and get back to you. And that is what you gave me. I would leave a voice note, I would leave a message, I would write sometimes, I would fluster and like, do voice note, right? And then you will respond. Then I feel, okay, there is somebody for me.
Mm.
Whether I'm solving this or not, but at least having that confidence, somebody understands what I'm going through,
Mm.
and she will get back to me and she will give me the path ahead, is what I'm giving my clients now. And that is something that I truly learned from you.
Wow. Thank you so much, Gayatri. Thank you. So, one last, piece of advice you will give to anybody who is really thinking, oh my God, will this happen? Is this industry for me? Can I even make money in this industry? Like a lot of people today are taking certifications, but they're totally confused. In fact, the number says 99% of the people are taking certifications, but they are not monetizing. So what is, and that's such a sad thing, because they all started with a very pure intention of helping the world. And if we lose them, if they have to go back to their jobs, we are losing out on some very potential people who could have actually helped. But they have to also run families, and for that they need money. So how will you encourage them, Gayatri, to look at this journey now? Because of course it's a bit unpredictable when you're starting.
See, any journey is unpredictable, Nobina. Right? Even if we pick up a corporate job, there might be security because monthly you will get paid, but it is unpredictable. You don't know how after 3 years it is going to be, and especially in this era of AI, we never know
We
how
never
tomorrow
know.
is going to be. So, but if
Yes.
you believe in yourself, you believe that you can bring an impact, you are passionate about what you are doing, and the world really needs coaching and, healing and self-help more than any time now, money will flow in.
Wow. Amazing. Beautiful. And
Right?
how
I
how
have
does
been
sales
giving
help
free
them with that?
service for 8 years in parenting. I've made money in parenting. I'm not saying I was like 100% free, but I would say 80% I was giving free. But I am not seeing like that. I'm seeing that as the experience now. With all that experience only, I'm able to guide the other
Absolutely.
parents now, right?
Absolutely. And also your experience as a parent yourself,
Of
so
course.
that all everything counts.
Yeah.
And how
So
is
somebody
sales
asked
helping
me,
you, Gayatri?
yeah, very recently somebody asked me, "Oh, you might be a perfect parent. That's why you became a parent coach." I said, "I've made these many mistakes. That's why I became a parent coach to let others not make mistakes."
Wow. In fact, we are doing mistakes every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant, Gayatri. So, how is sales helping? That learning of basic sales. How do you sell your programs helping you, and how would it help these people who are just newcomers in the industry? Just a little bit of light on that.
See, first, don't worry about closing the sale.
Perfect.
Enjoy the process. How you're talking to the other person, what the other person is saying, right? Sales is spiritual. That is what I have been realizing the more and more I'm talking to people to sell my program, right? So initially, my objective was I am going to help. Now, my entire reframing of my thought is I am learning and I'm creating an impact, and they need me, I need them for together, right? We're growing together. And earlier, the frame was, will I get this money or not? Will I close this or not? Now it is completely changed. Okay, so two, what I would tell is enjoy the process. Even if you get an objection, reflect why the objection happened. Then you will evolve better. Then you'll again go into sales call. You'll learn again. Eventually, you will close.
Wow, amazing. Yes, so it's a journey, beautiful journey where we are all learning, we are growing, and in today's world with so many things changing at such a rapid pace, like let's just all be open to evolve, learn, and grow. That's the only way forward.
True.
Yes.
And one another very important realization I had was the no for your sales is not personal. Don't take it personal.
Yay. I
It
love
is not
this.
speaking up to your abilities or capabilities. It is just it. That's all.
Yes. And sales is
Somewhere you're
also
not
about.
destined to work with each other.
Absolutely. And I always feel that it's just about being good at accepting a no. And
Hmm.
without, so that doesn't affect you as a person. So brilliant, Gayatri. I think it's a treat always talking to you. I love
Thank you,
this whole
Deepti.
conversation so much. Thank you so much for your time,
Thank you.
and your efforts
But
and your
you,
words.
thank you so much. I'm ever grateful for you. In
Thank
a
you.
new country, I never thought I would, establish myself. Of course, still a very, very long way to go. I've taken my first step, but very, very grateful for you. Always, forever.
God bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Okay.
you.